Hey everybody, it's Harold from Living in Hill Country. I want to introduce you to an app that I use during the hunting season. We got rifle season coming up this Saturday. It's an app called Huntstand. Let me show you that. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness right here in the Hill Country of Texas. Okay, so I want to introduce you to program that I use called Huntstand. Huntstand is an app that you can download for free, or you can pay for the professional app, and you can get additional features on the map. But I find that the free version is just fine for what I need to do. And basically, what you can do is you can set up your hunting areas. You can map them out. Mark out your areas, and you can keep track of your hunting, and you can also get information from the program in regards to the weather. And so I've been using this since 2015, I believe, and I find it very helpful and interesting by all means. So let me get a kind of a tutorial what I got. Not a tutorial on how to use it at this point, but just kind of show you my area, and you'll see the whole area's kind of bound. See all the boundaries. The purple is the boundaries. I've kind of mapped it out. Up here, this is what we call a 7 Stars Ranch. And if I click right here, it'll kind of show you the total amount of acreage that we have available to us. Just under 1,300 acres of land there. But that's beside the point. I kind of want to go over a few things. Right now I'm in what they call the mapping program, and you can put other things in here, such as your harvests and your sightings and the hunt zone. We'll get into these two here as we have the hunting season starting up this Saturday. But let me kind of show you what I have here. I'm using the mouse scroll to zoom in. And I'm going to bring you down over to here into the main area. This is, I guess, the main area. This right here that I'm pointing at right here, this is our RV that I have out there on the property. The greenhouse that you see in some of my videos is sitting right there, okay? And all these purple lines that you see around here are fence lines. Each one of these are gates, and you can basically mark those out and map that out, and you can mark out where you have feeders and where you've had sightings. Over here, property attributes will basically give you an idea of how you can map out and use these markings to mark areas on the map, which is kind of interesting and helpful when you're keeping track of what you're going to do and what you have done. So first of all, if we go from the RV, we head straight south and then go around this bend over here. This is the big hayfield there, and that's just a marking over here. It's shown as a scrape right here, a buck rub, I mean, not a scrape, a buck rub right there. And if you follow this trail, this is kind of like the ATV trail that I take. And I usually park right here, but this is the meadow hunting area, what I call the meadow blind. You can mark out what you see here. So like right here, this is the barrel feeder that you've seen in my videos there. And this is the hunting blind. I call it the truck bed blind. Because basically the blind is on a truck bed, is built on a truck bed, and I can move it around. At any rate, so this is the meadow hunting area that I call it. Okay, we're going to zoom out. We're going to go north to northeast, up over that little bit of a ridge there, that little bit of a mountain ridge, I guess. Not really a mountain ridge, just a ridge here. This is what we call Ravens Mountain here, but that's beside the point. We come into this area. This is the area we call, or I call, the mountain blind. All right, I click right here. It's a mountain ground blind. So there's the blind, there's the feeder, the barrel feeder, and these are just some markings that I've noticed while I was out there. Got some rubs on some of the smaller trees. Now, I know that there's a bedding area in here, in this area. This is a small meadow area here, and then they bed down in this whole area here. And anyway, so that's that area. And I'm going to scroll out. We're going to head continuing northwest now. We get up to this area right here. We can scroll in. This is the ground blind here, my hilltop ground blind. All right, this is the hilltop blind area. There's the feeder, and the corral is right in this area here. And so just so you're kind of got an idea here. Now, if we scroll back out and continue north to northwest, we get up over into this area. The house on the hill is right here. You've seen that in my videos. My hog hunting videos, you've seen me sit up on the ridge right here and look down over into the meadow where we saw the hogs come out over into this area. We saw the deer come up into this area over in here. All right, this is the blue barrel blind, the blue feeder right there. This is what I call the hog pen, hog barrel feeder. All right, there's that, the pen. It's kind of a hog trap, but I call it the hog pen. And this is the ladder stand that I set up just a few weeks ago. And there's a video on that as well. So that'll kind of give you an idea. But let me show you how this is kind of helpful. Over here, up in this right-hand corner, there's some tools that you have. And like for instance, like this one, I can measure the distance here. So I click on that and I can say, okay, I see a deer that's over here into this area, or future plan is to see a deer over in this area. And I want to make a shot from my ladder stand, the tree stand from here. I click there, drag this over and double click. It'll give me the distance of travel for that bullet. That's 197 and 6.67 yards. Down here it gives me the terrain, and it shows it. Let me get that. Okay, and it shows it on, see, as I move here, the cursor, the balloon moves on the line there as well. And you can see that from the blind, or from the tree stand, it increases in altitude up onto where that deer is. So that kind of gives me an idea there, okay? I can get rid of that. I can do that, do another one. Let's say I saw a deer way over here across the meadow. I want to make a shot. Double click. That's 374.32 yards. Quite a shot, but at any rate, that'll kind of give you an idea. Now, one of the other features, and I know that there's many on here that are very helpful, but one of the ones that I use a lot is what we call hunt zone and the weather. I can check my best hunting zone. I can check the weather. So let's click on the weather. I'll show you that. And it basically will show me the weather from November 5th until Monday. Okay, from Thursday to Monday. Now, Saturday is opener. So I'm going to kind of want to take a look at Saturday. That's the moon phase. If I come down here, it'll kind of show me Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I can click on Saturday. It'll show me what temperatures. It'll show me my wind speeds for Saturday, temperatures, precipitation, cloud cover, that kind of thing. And then, so at 7 o'clock, where you can see my cursor, 7 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, it's going to be mostly sunny. It's going to be about 52 is the low, 53 for the high, 91% humidity. All right, and this is, I've left the wind 3.5 out of the southeast. Okay, that kind of gives me an idea, and I can go through and I can check on Sunday's weather, and it'll take me up to 7 o'clock. And then as like tomorrow, I could take a look at this and it'll show me all day weather for Sunday. So I'll be checking that out as well. All right. Now, basically, another one of the features of Hunt Zone over here that I use a lot is what we call Hunt Zone. So if I click on Hunt Zone, it'll show me my areas. Each one of those green circled areas are the blinds that you put in, the hunting spots, the hunting areas that you put in. So Saturday morning I'm going to be hunting this area, and I use this a lot to show me where my wind's going to be. Now down here at the bottom it'll go from Thursday all the way to Sunday. Now I'm not going to be hunting this until Saturday morning, so I can very easily just click right here, and this takes me to the Saturday morning, 7 a.m., and it shows me as I move this cursor, this area moves here. Now, the green area is saying, okay, good, those are the areas you want to hunt. The red is pretty much an area you don't really want to concentrate on hunting. The yellow is kind of a hazard type area where you can, but your scent's going to be blown that direction. So it's very critical. I can keep track of where that wind's going to be that whole day up until about 12 p.m. 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'll probably be in there about 5:30, 6 o'clock. But my wind, as you can see, is headed towards the northwest. And my blind is right here, and the feeder is here. And this whole area right here is open, and that's great because a lot of the times the deer will come out of this draw up into this area, come in through this buckbrush into the feeder, and then carry on out throughout the day, or they come in from the north and come in here. Then in the evening, a lot of the does and stuff come up out of the north into this area and come traveling in through here. So I'm going to be good as far as wind is concerned Saturday morning. Now, Saturday evening, I plan on hunting the ladder stand. The ladder stand is going to be good as well because basically my scent is blowing right into all these cedars in the creek area here. So it's going to absorb a lot of that. But that pretty much leaves this whole area of the meadow open for that. Okay? So that's kind of interesting, just something you might want to use, something that might help you out. You can download the app, like I said, for free and use it. Take you over here quickly and show you some harvests. You can keep track of what you've done in the past, and those markings are shown right here. Like this one right here, if I click on that, it has a little narrative on here. It was taken on the 19th of November in 2015, about 4:30 p.m. I just finished sighting in my Mossberg Patriot 270 with Vortex scope. I just picked up earlier that day. I went on an ATV ride throughout the pasture to look for sign without my rifle, of course. Sighted 2 bucks and a doe on the west ridge of the ATV trail. One buck was a 3x3, other was a 4x4. Went back to the RV, got my rifle, drove back out to the location and stopped behind a cover nearby and shot a 4x4 buck using the front of the ATV for rest. 178-yard shot. My first Texas buck. Buck fever and ground shrinkage. It looked a lot bigger through the sights. We call that ground shrinkage. As soon as it hits the ground, it shrinks. So here's the story. If I zoom in, here's the ATV trail, and I was right in about here, I believe, and the buck was harvested right there. Now I didn't shoot him there. I shot him about right in here. So I can get up here, go up here and take this distance thing. I was about right here, and I think I shot him like right here. I'm going to double click that. That's about 204 yards. Okay, I think maybe I know it wasn't 200 yards. It was probably about 178. I'm thinking. I think I calculated it out, but anyway, that'll kind of give you the idea there. Now that was that one. Then this one up here, we can click on that story here. It allows you to put some photos in there as well. Okay, there's me holding it, and then there's the deer. I think you can click on these and it'll show you those pictures. You can scroll through them like this. Okay, there's a picture of that deer. Here's the story is Sunday, November 17th, Hamilton County. Got into my Ameristep blind about 6:15 a.m. Witnessed two does enter the feeding corral about 7:10, only to be chased off by a basket 3x3 that entered from the south. About 16 minutes later, I saw this 9x9 enter the corral with intentions of passing through the tract of does, like I've always caught him on camera doing, but never witnessed. Once he cleared the feeder and was cleared of obstruction, and just before he attempted to exit, I placed the shot mid-shoulder with my Mossberg Patriot Winchester 270. He jumped the corral and started to head south out of sight. After about 10 minutes of tracking, I found he had doubled back north into the heavy traffic areas he came from and dropped lifeless about 50 yards from where he exited the corral after being shot. I've been hunting this guy off and on since 2016, when he first showed up on the Cuddyback game camera my wife had gotten me for Christmas in 2015. It was the best experience of all my hunting endeavors, and definitely the best mature buck I've ever been able to harvest. Taxidermist scored him at 160 4/8 with a 16.5-inch inside spread. His age was about 600 or 6.5 years, and he said it was difficult to age him any more than that because it gets difficult when their teeth get worn down. But he thinks he was older than that, probably about 8.5. So that's the story. You can look at some more of the photos here. There he is. There. That's how I found him. He was shot. I don't even know where the placement was. But anyway, there I am holding him. But there he is. Okay. So now we can go back. Let's see. Let me get out of here. Exit there. It takes me back to the feeding area, or back to the area. So that's kind of a quick introduction to Huntstand. I can probably go through it a little bit more as you guys want me to, explain it a little bit more and how you do certain things. And I just basically learned it on trial and error, and it's very interesting. You can spend hours on this just trying to map everything out and mark everything, but I find it interesting and very easily helpful when it comes to hunting, because when we go to hunt Saturday morning, this is where I'm going to be sitting, and this is the area that I'm going to be concentrating on right here. All right, all the way through there. Anyway, hopefully this was informational for you and you enjoyed it. So now you know Huntstand and how I use it to basically give me some assistance during the hunting season and throughout the year. Listen, thank you very much for watching this video. I very much appreciate your support. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. And as always, God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful and safe hunting season this year. Come on, Turk.